Yoga Sutra Patanjali is the most important text on yoga. So you have not learned yoga if you have not delved into this text. And unfortunately, a lot of people with certification, they also have no knowledge of this text, this very important text. 27. Having acquired Viveka, or the ability to discern, samskars or past impressions may still give rise to obstacles during the intervening spaces, when for some reason the Viveka is at its low ebb and Chitta rises its hood again. One should overcome such obstacles forcefully and with a strong intention or willpower. We have already been discussing, and all of these are on YouTube, so if you have missed, of course many of you are here for the first time, so you can go to YouTube and you can have all the verses, all the chapters right from the beginning. First of all, Viveka. Viveka is the ability to be discrete, to see, to decide for ourselves what is good for us and what is not. In fact, what is right for us to do and what is not. So it's not about being judgmental, but it is being pragmatic. What is right for me? I keep repeating this. The water in the pond is right for the fishes, but not for us. So the water in the pond is not bad, but it is just not right for us. That is the way of this whole existence. Things could be right for you, not right for me. Things could be right for me, not right for you. So there is no such thing as good and bad, but what is right for you and what is not right for me. As simple as that. For a soldier, for someone who is working in the front line, fighting the enemies, defending his country, to kill is right. It's not a good thing to do, but it is right thing to do. To defend yourself, if you see someone being raped, what would you do? You will jump with all your strength and try to defend, or you'll say, no, okay, it's not right for me to become violent. I just go out. I just pretend that I have not seen anything wrong. It is not. Life is not about that. What is right for you at a given time, this we have to know, and this knowledge is only given to us because of the front lobe. The animals, the mammals, we belong to the same family. They don't have what we call neocortex. So it is not about generalizing all mammals, no. They don't have this ability to decide what is right and what is not right. They don't have the equipment for that. They don't have the tool. They have the right and left brain, but they don't have this tool, this developed neocortex that is given to human being. We can decide what is right for me to do and what is not right for me to do. And that ability is called Viveka. So, here he says, having acquired Viveka, or the ability to discern, samskara or past impression may still give rise to obstacles. You are used to smoking. Now the Viveka is already developing, and it tells you smoking is harmful. And you have stopped smoking. But it does not mean that once you stop smoking, you have stopped smoking for your entire life. Sometime this samskar, these previous habits, will come up again because they are not deleted. It's the same thing. Our brain is working on the same principle as computer. The computer is a projection of our brain, not our mind, our brain. So whatever you delete on your smartphone, you delete on your computer, on your laptop, and you feel it is deleted, and it asks you, delete immediately, you say yes. And it says, okay, delete it. Now you cannot retrieve it. But find a good hacker It can retrieve any information that you have deleted. All these information deleted are just suppressed, compressed in such a way that you cannot retrieve it, but it is not retrievable. You can still anybody, any good hacker can still retrieve any information. So all these past impressions which we think we have already gotten over with them. I've stopped smoking, I've stopped alcohol, I've stopped this, I've stopped that. They can come up. They can come up, and Patanjali is now giving the last lesson. Don't become arrogant. I have done mindfulness, I have done meditation, I am done this, I have done that, and nothing is going to affect me now. All world is same. The previous samskars, the previous habits, the previous impressions can still come up again. One should overcome such obstacles forcefully with a strong intention or willpower. He will explain to you what he is trying to say here in verse 28. The way to eliminate or remove such obstacles is the same as in the case of klesha or afflictions, as explained before, by means of abhyas or intensive and repetitive practice. In this context, to consciously withdraw from the situations causing such obstacles. He is saying again same thing, abhyas. Abhyas means intensive and repetitive effort. And he has been giving that word, he has been using that word for us to end the suffering. The whole yoga textbook is about how to end your suffering. And now he says, in the same way, you can also take care of these suppressed emotions, suppressed impressions when they come up. You can also take care of them by the same way, by the same abhyas, and he says here, to consciously withdraw from situations causing such things. If you have been a smoker, and now I'm just giving an example, it can be applied to any situation. If you have been a smoker and now you're not smoking, good, but try to, not try, here actually is saying, forcefully withdraw from such situation, which can trigger your suppressed habit. Don't go to places where there are only smokers. Then you can get back this habit, because this sleeping giant, the smoking habit, is being triggered by the aroma of cigarette. A lot of people, they simply cannot control themselves when they smell cigarette. It can be applied to any situation. It is not just about smoking. 29. Whenever Viveka, the faculty of discretion and discernment, is transcended, there is nothing to discern or reflect upon. Meaning, there is nothing left to discern. This refers to a state when buddhi or intelligence is already firmly established, and the ability to discern becomes an embedded quality of being, and there is no longer any interest in the worldly objects. In other words, one is no longer drawn towards them. Then one attains to dharma megha samadhi, the state of enlightenment that is referred to as clouds of virtues bearing samadhi. Nothing left to discern. When this ability to decide, we have been discussing this, what is preya and what is shreya. Preya is momentary happiness, and shreya is everlasting one. Preya is material growth alone. Patanjali is not against material growth, but he is totally against material growth alone. That he calls materialism. You still need to have a comfortable life, you still need your profession, you need everything to live, fine. But to focus on matter alone, that is not what Patanjali is trying to advocate. So first of all, you try to develop this Viveka. You try to make use of this equipment that you have been blessed with. Animals, they don't have it. And this equipment is blessing and curse also, because this equipment has a lot of memory. We have birds coming here. Upasana always keeps some rice, some grains there. And the birds are coming there every day, and now they bring their families. So last time she used to keep it once in 2-3 days, now daily she has to keep it, because there are so many birds. But yesterday, if you are here, we had this, what do you call it? Tent, what do you call it? Tent in English? Yeah? Tent. We had tent, right, all over. And this tent was okay. Yesterday the tent was fixed, and today the tent is no more. So the birds are all right. They still find the place. But when we have some bigger program, and the tent is there for 2-3 days, the birds forget. They forget that there are grains there for them to eat. And the grains can remain there for a week until they find them. So I keep reminding our people here, Herni, Eddie, Rai, Yashwan, as you don't forget to eat, you also must serve these birds every day. So that's why when the tent is being fixed, I am terrified, I am stressed. But we have no other way. We have to have a tent. Otherwise, if there is a rain, where will you go? You don't have enough space. But I would rather have no tent if we can somehow fix some umbrellas hanging from. So, because they have no memory, they don't have this neocortex. They have no memory. When a dog, have you noticed the dogs on the street? These dogs can make love with their mother, that she has given me birth. They have no such memory. So this is a blessing also a curse. So let us make it a blessing. Let us use this neocortex to remind us what is right for me and what is not right for me. He says, until such time when this faculty to decide, to discriminate, to become discrete, what is right and what is not right for me, until this is becoming an embedded quality in you. Every moment, every step you take, the Viveka is telling you this is not right for you to do. This is not right for me to do. Until such a moment, you have to keep on trying. But once that happens, once that faculty of Viveka becomes part of your system, then Dharma Mega Samadhi. Whatever you do will be right, will be righteous. Dharma means righteousness. Righteousness is not, once again, let me remind you, it is not about good and bad. We have discussed this several times. But about being right at a given time. Once this quality is there already, it has become part of you, whatever you do will be virtuous, will be right, not in the sense of religiously right, but humanly right. As a human, what is right for me, and you shall be showering that as a mega, as a clouds. You'll be pouring down this, you'll be showering this, you'll be sharing this with one and all. Whoever comes in contact with you will have a portion of this righteousness.